File item 47, AB 2223. Clerk will read.
Assembly Bill 2223 by Assemblymember Nava, an act relating to wildlife.
Mr. Nava.
Thank you, Madam Speaker and members. This bill will reduce the amount of toxic material released into our state wildlife areas. California's fish and wildlife resources are held in the public trust for the common good of all people, and we have an obligation to protect them. In the last several decades, the widespread recognition of harmful effects of even small amounts of lead in humans and other animals has led to the gradual elimination of lead from many of its once common uses. One of the major continuing uses of lead is in the manufacture of ammunition and lead shot for hunting and target shooting. In 1991, the federal government banned the use of lead shot in wetland areas because of the clearly demonstrated adverse effects on ducks and other wildlife. All that we're doing with this bill is prohibiting the use of lead ammunition in state wildlife areas. Ask for an aye vote.
Mr. Berryhill.
Yes, members, with all due respect to the author, this is before right now. It's under current review by the Fish and Game Commission, which bases the bans on things like this on scientific evidence. This simply tries to circumvent the process that is in place in California through the legislature. We should let the process work and let science rule the day. We have to remember that this eventually will curtail hunters in California, and that hunters, through their licensing, pay for much of the restoration and habitat enhancement throughout California. The last thing hunters want to do is destroy their love. They want to propagate it for future generations. So I think this bill should be held off and voted no on, and let science dictate through the Fish and Game Commission. I urge a no vote.
Seeing no further questions or debate, Mr. Nava, you may close.
Thank you. I understand the Fish and Game Commission is looking at this, but that's no reason why we shouldn't move forward. We have absolutely no control over the political process of the Fish and Game Commission, and I would remind those of you that are in this chamber that at one point when there was a dispute over science and lead and condors, an outspoken commissioner was removed by the governor because of his opinion. We are not subject to that kind of influence in this chamber. With respect to the scientific proof of lead ammunition and its impact on wildlife, there is no doubt. There are dozens of peer-reviewed articles on the subject that go back at least 40 years. And with respect to the California condor, studies actually trace the isotopes from a particular ammunition to the blood of the bird. All this does is eliminate the use of toxic ammunition in those areas for which the state of California is responsible. There are still over 3 million acres in California where hunters can use the other kind of ammunition should they choose. Ask for an aye vote.
Clerk will open the roll. All members vote who desire to vote. All members vote who desire to vote. Mr. Nava moves the call.